So you make beautiful things and you want to get them in your favorite shops, boutiques, galleries, but you don't know where to start and you don't know if you're even ready. Today's video, I will take you through 10 steps to work out if you are indeed ready to sell your beautiful handmade creations via wholesale. G'day there, if you don't know me, my name is Jess Van Den and I have been running my own successful handmade jewelry business since 2008. It's called Epheriell. And in 2013, I started teaching other makers just like you how to turn your handmade hobby into a successful business via my blog, podcast, courses, membership, all the rest of it, Create and Thrive. So today I'm here to help you do just that. Step number 1, do you believe in your product? You should feel like you're making something worthwhile, something that fulfills a need or a want in the world, that people really need and want what you're making, right? And not only that, you should feel proud of your product. You should feel like you're making something of high quality, that has good longevity, that will go out into the world and maybe even outlive you. And all of these things come together to make you feel proud of your product, proud of the thing you create. So proud, in fact, that you want to get it out there into the world, right? But if you're not yet at that stage, if you feel like your product isn't of a high enough quality, you've got more skills to learn, more work to do, then focus on that now and focus on getting your product the best it can be before you start trying to sell it out into the world. Because if you aren't confident in the quality of our product, how are you supposed to convince other people that it's worthwhile? Step number 2, can you make items that are easily replicated? Now, that's not to say you can't do wholesale with one-of-a-kind pieces. In fact, it's one of the easier ways to sell one-of-a-kind pieces, but it's a lot easier if you have what I call a bread and butter line of reproducible products. Product design that you can make over and over and over again. All of my jewelry is like that. Say you make clothes or bags, you might make the same pattern with a different fabric. There you get variety, but you're still making kind of the same product. It's easier to put in your catalog and it's easy to sell and make. So look at your product line, what you're currently offering. Are there reproducible products? Are there products that you can make over and over again and sell to multiple different shops and boutiques? Because that will make things a lot easier. Step 3, can you ensure that all of your items are of a similar quality? Now, of course, I'm sure you're already all over quality control, but this is even more important when you're sending bulk items out to shops, because they're not just getting one, they're getting a whole bunch of them at once. So you should be able to look at each of the products and they should be of a comparable level of quality, because what you really don't want is your stuff going out to a shop and then either the shopkeeper or even worse, a customer looks at them and sees, well, this one's great quality, but this one, not so good. And then that reflects badly on your brand. So make sure that everything you make is at an equal level of quality. Step number 4. If you got paid half of what you now earn selling via retail, online or at markets, would you still be able to cover your costs and still make a profit? If not, you need to revisit your product pricing before you even consider wholesaling. Because when you sell via wholesale, you're basically getting half of what you currently get selling direct to your customer. And a lot of people fall into the trap of setting prices reasonably low because they're getting the money directly, right? But once you start wholesaling, you're only going to be getting half of that. So you need to make sure that you're covering all your costs, your overheads, your wage, your time, your materials, and a little bit of profit, ideally. Otherwise, you're not going to grow your business. Make sure that you do the maths and get those profit margins and prices and everything correct before you start wholesaling, or you may as well not even bother because you're just going to be losing money. Number 5, how fast can you make your stuff? How many items could you make in the next 2 to 4 weeks? Think about how long it would take you to make 20. What about 100? When you sell via wholesale, you're going to be selling in bulk. You're going to be selling lots of pieces at once. And shops don't want to wait forever to get their stuff. Generally speaking, they're going to be expecting you to have it done within 2 to 4 weeks. So you need to make sure that you're in a position to be able to deliver on that. This is why it might be good to start small, maybe with 1 shop or 2 before you go all out. just be sure that you can actually deliver and make the products that people have ordered alongside running the rest of your business, because that's not going to go anywhere. Step 6, have you already fostered a community, like on social media? Do you have followers? Do you have customers already? The reason I say social media especially is because when you're contacting a stockist, chances are these days they're going to go check your Instagram and they're going to want to see that you have at least some sort of presence there, because that shows them that you're serious. It also shows them that there's demand for your work, and so they're more likely to choose you to sell your stuff in their shop, because when they buy via wholesale, they're taking a risk. They're giving you the money, taking your product, and really hoping it sells. So by doing the hard work to actually cultivate a community beforehand, you're going to make it way more likely that people are going to choose your work to stock in their shops. Step number 7, are you prepared to deal with knockbacks? Chances are quite a lot of shops that you approach are not going to be interested in your work, or they're not going to be interested in your work right now. Maybe it's not the right time, not a great fit for them. So you just have to make sure you have a thick skin and be willing to contact 10 shops in order to get one. So think about that. Are you ready to do the work to contact a lot of shops for maybe only getting 1 or 2 back, if that? If so, awesome, you're in the right position. If not, realize that if you never ask, the answer is always no, right? Step number 8, can you confidently speak about and basically pitch your products to other people? Now, if you answered yes to step number 1, you're probably already in a good place here. But what I want you to do is actually come up with a pitch. How are you going to pitch your products? What is your point of difference? What sort of customers, what sort of people are going to be interested in your products? You have to be clear on that, because once you know who your products are for, that will help you not only to find the right places to try to sell them to, it will also help you convince the person buying them that your stuff is the right fit for their audience. Step number 9, are you ready to take on staff or support people? When you start thinking about wholesaling, this is a part of your business that can scale potentially quite quickly. And it's also possible that you by yourself are not going to be able to cover all of this anymore. So are you willing and ready to think about hiring someone to help you if necessary? And also think about where that person is going to work. Are you going to hire someone to help you with production? Are you going to hire someone to help you with administration? Or maybe there are just little bit jobs. Hey, hiring, a neighborhood kid to help you with packing, whatever it might be. Have a think about before you try to scale and grow via wholesale. Have a think about this. Think about how much work you are able to take on and at what point you're going to have to hire someone else in to help you. Because the last thing you want to do is say yes and get orders from too many businesses and then let them all down because you literally don't have the time to get those orders done and out to them in the time you've promised. And finally, step number 10, do you know why you want to wholesale? Have you actually sat down and thought about it, written down your why, written down some goals, especially some financial goals? Why are you choosing to wholesale rather than selling via online or via markets? What is it about wholesaling that appeals to you? Is it the fact that you get a lump sum payment? Is it the fact that you can have less customers and sell more? Because you're selling 20 things to one person instead of 20 things to 20 people. Actually sit down and think about it and really decide whether wholesale is going to be right for you, or whether you're just kind of thinking it's a fantastic thing. Of course, I want to get my stuff in shops. Why wouldn't I? Well, maybe you don't want to. I wholesaled in the beginning of my business for a couple of years, and then I stopped because it wasn't the business model that suited me anymore, and it wasn't something I felt like I needed to do for my particular business. However, for you, it might be the perfect thing that will really make your business grow exponentially and help you reach your business goals and income goals much sooner. So sit down, write it down on a piece of pen and paper, go through and really consider if wholesale is the right move for your business. And that's it. 10 steps for you to go through to work out if you are ready to sell your handmade goods via wholesale. You can download this 10 steps if you want a handy dandy reference. The link is below in the description. And moreover, if you go through this and you're like, hell yeah, I am ready to wholesale, but I don't know where to start, I have got you covered. Come and check out my course, Wholesale Know-How. It's a very in-depth course that will basically teach you everything you need to know in order to get started, to set up your catalog. How do you contact stockists? How do you keep in touch with them? What about packaging? Oh my God, there's so many things to think about when you're going to sell via wholesale, and this course will help you figure it all out, including a bonus little module on trade shows if that's something you've been interested in. The link for that, of course, is also in the description. It's a self-study course. You can start it anytime you like. So come on over and check that out when you are ready to sell via wholesale. And that's it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other people find this information. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, because I will be coming back with helpful videos about how to turn your handmade hobby into a thriving, profitable business on a regular basis. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.